Hello, my name is Carol May Whittick and welcome to Her Conversations, Tools for the Awakening Woman. Her is an acronym for Higher Energetic Resonance. This is the optimal state to embody in order to attract our highest desires. Who is the awakening woman? She's a woman who's seeking a greater possibility in her reality and looking for solutions. She knows being awakened is not a lofty ideal but a necessity. If she can transform herself, she can change the world. Her conversations will introduce you to talented women who will speak to your spirituality, sensuality, soul. They share their stories and explain how they are in service to the world. So let their words and these conversations embolden and inspire you. My guest on this week's Her Conversations is Tichea Brade, co-creator of She Created Her Life and We Created Our Life, a company that hosts exhibitions and retreats. After being made redundant from an unfulfilling career, she used her entrepreneurial skills to found the movement, which is all about highlighting the very real opportunities that are available to anyone wishing to live the life that they choose. During our conversation, Tichea shares how wishing out loud invoked a real life change in her life almost instantly, the realities of her business and her visions for the future. But first I start by asking her and all my guests, Her is an acronym for Higher Energetic Resonance. When do you feel at your most her?
Okay, when I'm creating, it's like, it's when I'm downloading ideas and I'm just going with the flow. It's like when I'm in the unknown, when, there's lots of possibilities, but I'm not stressing about the situation. So being okay with the unknown, that's when I feel like, I'm connecting with the universe, if you like. The universe has got my back, kind of thing. And so I read a book by Gabrielle Bernstein, which was just amazing, and it really helped me to understand that whatever life's trials and tribulations, things are going to happen. Just be at peace with the unknown. So just being in the unknown. That's when I feel that I'm most her. Yeah.
Perfect. And just talk a little bit about your background, where you've come from and how you've got to the point where you've created your project.
Okay, so my background, I've been in the creative industry for just over 20 years now. And so as a graphic designer, art director, that sort of thing, been in various different roles, different jobs, different companies, but just kind of being hindered, really, kind of bullied, kind of stifled in every kind of job. And I've understanding now through self-development that it was kind of a story that I was kind of carrying around with me. So really known that I wanted to be creative, and I love art. I love being just taking an idea and bring it right through to the brief, right to the finished article. I love all that sort of thing. But it kind of, last year actually, I was in a job for 2.5 years, and I literally said out loud that I want to leave the job. I was just so unhappy. So unhappy. And literally the next day, my manager called me in and said, "We're making you redundant." So I don't think she heard. But I was like, oh my God. But again, having a lot of self-development training, I wasn't scared. Sorry, I wasn't scared. I was like, okay, the universe is telling me, I need to move on. So that was over the Christmas period. So again, like family and friends were like, "Oh my God, like, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine." Anyway, so I went and got another job actually straight away in that creative industry in another company. And the same thing happened again. I was stifled, I was bullied, I was, one of my friends said, like, I completely, like, my soul kind of died in that job. It was absolutely awful. I just felt, okay, the universe is telling me something. I have to listen. The same thing will happen over and over again. So, in April, I had my first event. Or She Created Her Life. I was given a great opportunity by my friend Ella, and I just said yes, and that's what my brand's about, really, creating a life that you love. So I used the opportunity of not having a job to really focus on this event, and yeah, it's an amazing experience. But yeah, we can talk about that later on. But that's where I am now. Just again, just creating a life that I love, and using all the work as I've done in self-development to learn my lessons and to just spread love, spread joy, and yeah, just show people you can create a life that you love.
Brilliant. And so you came from like a, you know, the matrix, I like to call it, you know, doing the right thing, educating yourself, getting the right job and everything like that. And you felt that it was right for you, and you still went back in and still went back in. All of that time, even though you were there and you knew that it wasn't for you, were you planning? She created her life. It's like what were the bridging steps that made you decide that, okay, this is not what I want to do. I want to create something like this. Where did that blossom from?
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, I did what society said. Yeah, job, uni, college, all that stuff. It was only, I think it was about 3 years ago, I went to, I decided that year I was going to learn about myself, learn about myself. So I went and did an alpha course actually, because I wanted to learn, more of a spiritual, what's the word? I just wanted to learn more about myself. So I went to the alpha course. It was fine. And then I had a look on Eventbrite, and I saw this event by Whittick, and he has self-development in like intuition work. So I went to one of his free workshops with my two friends. It was absolutely amazing. I felt for a long time that my thought patterns, how I felt, was very different to everyone else. I was very lonely, and I just knew there was something better. I didn't know how, like, I just didn't know who I could reach out to, or I just knew there was something bigger. I was in these jobs which I loved, but I just kept on getting downtrodden, and it was a lonely time. So anyway, I went to this one-day workshop, and it was brilliant. It really, what he was saying really resonated for me. So there's opportunity to sign up for the 3-day workshop, and my two friends were like, no, they're not interested. So that was the massive event in my life, to either follow everyone else, as I usually did, or to branch out on my own and just go to this workshop. And I did, and it was the best thing I've ever done. It was absolutely brilliant.
What was it about the workshop that started to pique your interest?
Well, we did things like, just like intuition work. Like we do like circle work. So you sit with like 3 other people that you didn't know, and you go into like a meditation to get to your like higher self and to connect with the universe, and then you be brought back down, and then you just talk to your 3 other people in the circle. It could be on a topic like what is love to you, or what you want to do, as what's your purpose in life. You would literally just talk from your intuition to these people about what you feel that they should do. And every time we did it, or every time everyone did it, it was spot on. We'd literally just say, oh, you love to be in nature, or you're very good with your hands, or you connect well with children. It doesn't matter what you said, but you could just really really feel into these people. And it was just so powerful. Everyone's got intuition, of course, but I never really felt into mine. I didn't think mine worked really. So by going to these workshops and doing this sort of work, it really opened up the possibilities, and it's just been incredible. And I've been working on my intuition since, and learning that it's very strong. I just didn't listen to it. I just didn't listen to it. So that was a major point in my life that I got into more the spiritualism, that sort of thing. So it's been incredible.
Good. I think with the intuition, I think it's no one really listens the first time round, or like the first 100 times around until you notice the pattern.
Yes.
It's like, why does this thing keep happening? I mean, you know, if I look at my life right now and the changes that happen, it's like the intuition, the warnings were there well before.
Definitely.
And I was just trying to override it by being safe and being reasonable. And, you know, it doesn't work like that. And in terms of job wise, the last time I had a full-time job was 2009. And a similar thing happened to me as well, that I used to go to a lot of songwriting events around London, because I was really deep into songwriting at the time. And I think it was like Songwriters Week or something happening in London, and I'd gone to a couple of talks and everything. I was sitting in a coffee shop and I remember having a conversation with somebody who was not too far off what you'd said in your work, where I was just like, man, you know, if I could just like not have to have a full-time job and I could just write songs all day long. And the next day I went back into work and we all got made redundant.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, the universe is telling you can.
Yeah.
Like, it's your time. So what did you do? What did you do after that?
So it kind of worked out in a way, because the guy that owned the company was he hadn't done things correctly anyway. So I'd already got a big tax rebate that year, and then also I got not the best redundancy, but I got something like that. But then it was a really nice summer, so I didn't really do anything that summer in terms of like rush out and go to work, because it wasn't like imperative that I worked straight away. And it took me like a couple of weeks. It took me like a good 2 weeks for me to realise that I didn't have to get on that packed train in the morning, because I had like a routine, because I was in an office 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'd go to the gym first thing. So I'd go to the gym like 5:45 in the morning and then be on the train at 8, and, you know, so that I could get my exercise in. But for that first 2 weeks, I'd still go to the gym same time. But it was that, then I don't have to go to work afterwards. And it took a while for my brain to go, I don't have to get on the train. I don't have to get on the train. And then I just got back, I started to use my wits and do things that I'd done in freelance sales and shows and things like that, and just build it up from that.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And the thing is, we live in a really amazing age now where you can learn how to do stuff that will make you money. And most people have a skill that they can turn into an income. And it's like really up to you as to how much or how little you create from that income. Because I taught myself how the internet works and how to build websites, and I started to do that for other people.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, we are an incredible age, aren't we?
Super lucky. Super lucky. So let's talk about you again, because it's all about you. So she created her life. When was like the first event? How did the name come to you? I want to know like the super seeds of it all.
Okay, so the name. So that was, when was that? A couple of years ago. Again, doing these self-development courses. It's about creating the life you love. You are the author of your book, if you like. Yeah. So whatever you see or whatever's going on in your life, you've created that. You've created it. So I wanted to document, if you like, how I was changing my life. So I came up with the name, and I think it's such a nice name. It just literally tells you what it is on a tin. So then I was having a look on Instagram. You know, as a graphic designer or web designer, you always need to go and make sure the name's not taken. So I went and did all these places, Instagram and Facebook, and I couldn't believe it was free. I'm like, the domain name. I'm like, this is meant to be. Thank you, universe. So I got all the names, everything, and I was just putting up inspirational quotes. So what I'm trying to do is just show people that there's so many other people that are doing stuff that they love. We can do that as well. We can. We don't need to be in a job that we hate just to make money, to pay the bills, to pay taxes. This is our one life. We're here we've got a purpose. And I just want to just help people to realise that, really. So I just started with Instagram, Facebook quotes, just putting up things that I've been doing. and yeah, just inspiration really. And then my friend Ella, she's a dancer and like performer. So she had booked an event at Rich Mix in April, but it wasn't going ahead. So she just said to me, do you want the space? So my motto again is about, just saying yes to life. I have that on my phone. Yes to life. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So I hadn't done event planning since I left uni, like 2006. So it's over 10 years. But I just said yes, okay. And then we co-created She Create Her Life. So we had absolutely beautiful, amazing women. It was 23 in total. Motivational speakers. We had people doing like dance workshops, chocolate yoga, just absolutely beautiful people what were involved. It was both a day and evening event, and it was just fantastic. Again, that's when I felt my most hurt, because I was creating, I was doing things outside of my comfort zone, but I felt empowered, which I hadn't done in such a long time. Working for other people, I tended to give away my power, but this time I was giving myself power by saying, yes, it's okay to write this or to create this advert, because it was mine. And it was just so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And what we created was fantastic. So I've gone on to create, We Created Our Life for both men and women. So I want it to be inclusive. I want everyone to understand and be empowered to create a life they love. So that's happening on the 3rd of November at Rich Mix in Shoreditch. And I'm super excited for that. So again, we're having workshops, motivational speakers, some beautiful performances as well. And it's going to be incredible. And we've booked 3 more for next year as well. So I'm just super excited with the way my life's going, really. I'm just again super excited.
So if you were to just close your eyes and go, this is a vision that I have for this, what are you seeing, what are you feeling? If you're like, this is the way that I'd like it to expand, how would you see it? What things are coming to you? Who would you like to work with?
So what I see is, of course, do more work in the UK, more events, talking to beautiful people like yourself. I'd love you to be on one of the events.
We can do that.
You are definitely you're the essence of We Created Our Life. We Created Our Life. So I'd love to have you on the show. And also so more events in the UK. I'd love to do this internationally as well. Just again showcasing what we can do, what we can create, and have a support group for people who are transitioning from the 9 to 5 into monetizing their passion. That's ultimately what I'd love to do. Maybe do some like Facebook lives with different people what are creating a life they love, podcasts, lots of things. So I'm really in the infancy of this, and I'm just so excited to see it grow. So I just want to, my purpose, I feel, is to help people as much as I can, and support them and empower them. So whatever platform I can do it, let's go.
I hear that. And you use the word transition, and you know, the thoughts that you had that when you were sitting there in your job before and knowing that you didn't want to be there, and then you got to the point where you spoke it out loud. You and I both know that, we are not the only ones who are thinking like that, but there's that fear around the transition. If there could have been something or somebody that could have said something, or what do you think might have made it easier for you to step across, if that makes sense, if you can hear the question in that?
What, sooner than I had done?
If you felt, because you would have sat with that question for a while, or you would have sat with the discomfort for a while, to before you would have done anything about it? I'm sure, because I think it's very rare that someone goes into work one day and go, oh, I hate my job, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen just overnight. So do you think would have made it easier to step out of that into the unknown for you?
Just knowing that, being okay with the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
That's, just being okay with not having a job. Like, the worst, what's the worst what could happen? Like, literally having no job, having no money, like losing your house. I mean, I've kind of been there. I haven't lost my house, but no money. Literally having like $5 a week. But I had that when I was in a full-time job as well. So it's the same thing. Just being okay with the unknown. You're never, I always say I'm never gonna die, but even dying now I'm okay with. But it's okay. Like, if you've got nothing, it's absolutely okay. You've got friends and family, people will support you. It's okay having nothing. But all of this, having your fabulous shoes, handbags, computers, classes, it's all made up. It's literally all made up. It doesn't mean anything. I used to love shopping. Actually, I like shopping, but it doesn't mean anything now, because I understand by me shopping, it's me trying to suppress myself, suppress something what's happening inside me, or suppress that I was lonely or something. That now I don't need that. I can live on the bare minimum, and I'm happy. I'd rather be happy and broke rather than and working on my own business than working hard for someone else and be loaded.
No, I was interested to hear if like anything would have come up, but you're saying exactly the same thing. So I went through, because it was like, I had like a tax rebate and I had redundancy money and I wasn't really working that much. So eventually that money dwindled down. But it was similar kind of thing, because I started to realize how much money I spent on things that didn't matter, just because it was like, oh my God, look, that's nice, let's go and buy it. And you buy it, and then what do? You put it in the wardrobe, and then 6 months later, when you're looking, something comes out that's still got the tag on, that thing that you needed so much. But it was when everything got stripped away, and when I was down to the point where we went through the really lean periods where there was like virtually like just about enough money, maybe, you get very resourceful, but you also, like you say, realize that you don't die. And I think there's this real fear of holding on to things, and I've been there as well, where you think, if I don't have X amount of money, I will die. It's like the lack of money has never killed anybody.
Exactly. That is such a valid point. That this journey, what I've been on, has allowed me to, I am so resourceful. I am resourceful. So even when I do start making my money, I won't spend it in the same way, because I don't need to now. That value of money has gone. Of course, money's lovely, but I understand now when I ask like universe for money, it's to help me and other people to do other things, not for me to go and buy a handbag or go and buy a car. That's just rubbish, absolute rubbish. So now when I ask universe for money, it's to support me on my journey, which is going to allow me to help other people. So I'm very blessed with what's happened. I've stripped completely right back, and it's a nice place to be, actually.
You feel lighter as well, you realise, having just packed my life down and got rid of more stuff, you realise how much you don't need, because you can get away with like living out of a suitcase if you have to, even less. I know some people are super resourceful, but I've not got to that point where I can travel with just a carry-on. That's like a step too far.
That's amazing, isn't it?
But it's like when you've lost everything, or when you don't have anything coming in, there are certain things that you always have that nobody can take away from you, and those are like your dreams and everything like that. So when it looks like you're broke, or when it looks like that, what's in your mind and where your dreams are going and your visions and everything like that doesn't matter if all you've got is £1 and you're trying to work out where you're going to spend the £1, because your dreams are bigger than that. And another thing that I noticed is when you need stuff, you'll get it. You might not get the monetary amount, but you'll get it anyway. It'll come round somehow. And then when then you're like, okay, because we always think we've got to get the money first before we get the thing. But if you kind of get into the working out the thing, or this is what I need to happen for X, you'll find the connections, or this, and the thing will happen. And it's not until you're kind of on the other side of it that you're like, oh my, you have to sit down sometimes and total up how much your gifts cost.
Yeah.
Because they're usually, and they can be, monetarily worth more than what you would have asked for anyway.
Yeah, I have had that quite a lot, again, with this work from Ryan. Like the courses, I spent thousands of pounds on them, but I didn't have the money. But when you're in that position, when you've got that tension, that is the best way to create. That is the best way to be your most creative. So when I've lost my job, for instance, when I've been made redundant, or for instance, like that is the best way to create. Then I think of how to make money, or I think about how to make money, or just to find a job, or it just works. It just works when you've had that tension. Yeah, you just create whatever you need. It'll always come. Just being, again, okay with the unknown. You'll always, the universe has your back. Fine.
And what drew you to Gabriella Bernstein, out of, because there's many teachers out there?
So many, isn't there? Yeah.
What was it about her that really touched? What was her content? What was it about her content that made you really fall in love with it?
Do you know what? I don't read a lot. I tend to do the audio books because I'm quite impatient. I just want like all the knowledge right there. So I really liked her tone of voice and her humour. So that's what really drew me to her. And again, like while I was reading her book, I was going through so many different things. Like, as I said, the redundancy. Even before that, going for the job, like in a job that I didn't like, and reading her book, it's literally when I started declaring it to myself, allowing myself to think, okay, I hate this job. I can't be here. It's making me ill. And literally declaring it, saying it out loud, literally the next day. And just things like that. It's just, all the different things, what happened. Yeah, it was just incredible. So I really like her and what she's got to say. And as I said, there's various other different people that I have listened to as well.
Who else do you like? Tell me some of the favourite people that you've been reading. We can discuss.
So, You Are a Badass. She's quite good. By Jen.
Oh, I think I listened to one of her books on Audible, Be a Badass at Making Money or something like that.
Because I've always had like money mindset issues. So I've been really working on that. And so that's been really good.
And what did you find about her in terms of the money mindset issues, or your own? Where were your own blocks? So I think there's a lot of it that's prevalent, and especially for women, and maybe even especially for women Black women as well. There's a lot of kind of things that we really have to work through. What was it about that book that started to open up for you? Because I've listened to that one.
Yeah, I think for me, understanding what my relationship with money is was. So for me, I had an incident actually, was it last year? When I was at my old job. Some of the girls had bought a lottery ticket. So I don't tend to gamble or anything. And they were like, oh, what we're going to do when we win the £1 million. And actually, I remembered my sister, she bought me a lottery ticket as well. I think there must have been some triple rollover or something. Anyway, so they were really excited about it, which is normal. But when I thought about it, it actually filled me with fear. And I had to think, like, if I won the lottery. So I'm like, it's very strange. I need to feel into this. Why does it feel scary for me? So, I did some work on it. And it's because I felt like if I won money, people wouldn't like me. I'm like, where does that come from? It's not going to change me as a person. I used to think that money would change someone as a person, but it's not that. I would still be the same person. For instance, when I do get money from various different places, I'm quite lucky with money. I always want to share. I always take my friends out to dinner, or I just want to give them money. I just want to share it. I never tend to keep it to myself. So it's not, I'm not a kind of person what gets money and just put it underneath the bed, or I'm not that kind of person. It's kind of in and then straight out again. So I need to learn to keep it in and invest it. Then I can share it with more people. So it's not about me keeping, it's not about me keeping the money to myself. I can still share it, but I've got to find a way of investing the money into something that I can share with more people. So yeah, my relationship with money is better. I'm understanding, and when I do feel or something does trigger me, it's about just understanding where that trigger comes from. So again, as you said, it could be like money mindset for my family, my mum. Again, she's very lucky with money. She has this kind of mantra that we're always lucky with money, but never in relationships. So that's my next thing that I've been working with, because I'm a single lady.
Are you reading anyone's book or using anyone's work to help you with that one?
Well, there's a guy called Tichea. He's on Facebook, so I would definitely recommend anyone having a look at his work. He does a lot of stuff with money mindset, which actually with everything. He's such an amazing man. So he does different programs. So again, for me, it's just understanding when money does trigger me, or there's some emotion attached to it. Just going into it, feeling into it, and finding out where it comes from, and just writing it down to get rid of that that belief. Really, is limiting beliefs, isn't it?
Do you have anyone in any of your events that deals particularly with money and money mindset yet?
No, we haven't actually. So I might look at that. So the last one we had was the last event we had was She Created Her Life. So it was focus on the female, and this one is We Created, but the focus is on connection and leadership. I chose those two topics because they've been such a massive thing in my life, like the leadership thing, not having leadership in my career, not having good leadership, I should say. And I really want to help people, or younger people coming up, understand that you are your own kind of leader. And anyone in that position, to understand they need your support as well. Guide them, support them, love them, show them what you've learned. And then the connection. I do feel like a lot of people aren't connected to themselves, and especially not connected to their other people. For instance, like if you get like a pain in your back, I've learned, I suffer with lower back pain every so often, and by talking to various different people, I've understood that's because I feel unsupported in my dreams, or I've heard recently money issues. When I'm going through something, I get lower back problems, which is it's so interesting. So again, I want people to be able to talk to these professionals about issues, underlying issues that they don't know is there. So
that's fine. I mean, like thinking about you talking about your lower back, the first thing that crosses my mind is like your base chakra. I don't know if you've done any work around the chakras, where that's like the base chakra. The root chakra is all about foundation, or if you're looking at like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's like the first point of entry is of course like security, home, or like all of those kind of things as well. So I say it simply because it's something that I'm working on with my own life as well. Not that I'm any kind of expert, other than I'm working through that that same kind of thing, and knowing that having working on money mindset, which is the reason that I have that book anyway, because I kind of wanted to hear what she was saying around it, because it's so different to a lot of where I come from. And I think I know very few people who don't have a lot of work to do around money, because I'm not riding with millionaires. So, so we're all kind of working people trying to work it out and wanting better, but still reaching a kind of ceiling in terms of what we're allowing into our life, because it's not like it's not there, it's about an allowing and a worthiness and everything like that. And for me, what I've understood is it's when you're treating money as energy, because again, I've had times where money will come in chunks.
Yeah.
And if I think about it, I've been quite lucky with money when I need to be, and I can open up and it can come. But then it's the holding of it, it's the maintaining of it, and it's using it in a way that's going to be beneficial, a way that's going to grow. And it's energetic, and it's about feeling strong enough to handle the energy, and then also not thinking that money's going to put you in any danger. That's where I know that where my links come from, is that money has created danger. There's been theft, there's been jealousy and all of those kinds of things. So you never want to. Who wants to be put in a position where people are jealous of them and they're going to get stolen from?
Exactly.
And and that's where the connection, that's where the uncertainty and the lack of safety feeling around money resonates with me, because it's in my history where people were jealous and theft happened, and big things were lost, and it really reverberated deep, and it happened at an age in my development that was early years, 4 or 5 years old. So when something like that happens and changes the whole feeling around it, it's going to imprint itself deep, and you don't realize you're running on that program until you're like, hang on, why can't I sort stuff out? And then you start to do the work, and like you say, and start to unpick and go, oh my gosh, that's where it's from. So and like you say, working with younger people, it's like the things that I know now, had I've known them 10, 15, 20 years ago, who knows, what trajectory I'd be on. However, I might not be sitting here talking to you doing this.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah. So we're blessed with any lesson, with any accident or issue we've had. It's all lessons, and it's about us, understanding why those lessons happen to us. Because the universe, just wants us to learn a lesson, doesn't it? So if we keep on repeating the same thing, like going to get a job and stuff like that, and being redundant or a conflict or something, it's going to keep happening. But it's about us learning. Everything that we go through in life is a lesson that we need to learn, isn't it? But then, as you said, working with young people, it's great. It would be lovely for us to offer that advice. If they want to take it, great. If not, that's fine. But it'd be lovely to just offer them place to go and see people creating their dreams. So
I think the kids are on it nowadays as well, because a lot of them are still living at their homes and making more in a month than their parents are working in a year, because they just understand how the internet works. I wanted to ask you as well, when you were making the transition from 9-to-5 life into entrepreneurial life, how did that affect your relationships? Like friendships, family, how did that conversation go? Was it supportive? Did you have to explain, or
Do you know what? I've been so blessed. My mum is just so supportive. My friends are really supportive, because I have been an entrepreneur at heart for such a long time. I haven't been that kind of person that wants to be in a company and work their way up. And I mean, sometimes you have that mindset, that's what I should be doing, but I've had quite a few businesses, but again, back in the days, the money mindset wasn't there. So, for instance, asking for money back from people, it just wasn't there. So businesses did fail. But a lot of people do know me as that entrepreneurial. I have that kind of spirit. I want to do something different. So when they hear of me not going to get another job, it's fine. It's Tichea. Like, they know that I'm going to be fine. So there's always love, there's always support. And my mum is just incredible. She just keeps encouraging me. And as I've been taught, on this spiritual, journey and self-development, she's actually becoming more spiritual, and just we can have those conversations now. Like before, as I said, I was quite lonely. I just knew there was other things. So now she sees me stepping out of my comfort zone. She's doing the same thing, or she's telling me,
she went to, I went to a spiritual church for the first time a month ago. And it was lovely. And then a couple of weeks later, she went by herself, and that was beautiful. And my nan came through, and her dad as well, which was absolutely incredible. So she's opening up, and then she'd tell me about stories about my nan, and how my nan was very intuitive, and it's lovely. So everyone is really supportive. I'm lucky that I've got a great group of friends who are in the self-development world as well, and I can have those conversations. We can use those terms. We can use terms like trigger or 3D. We can use those conversations, the dialect. So it's just beautiful. So everyone's really supportive, and initially when I did start the self-development, people didn't understand that. I did. It was really hard, actually. I had a couple of really close friends that we just kind of grew apart. Mm-hmm. And, it was really, really difficult because when you're, in that self-development world, your frequency just rises, isn't it? And then I kind of understand that people are on a low frequency, and it's just hard to be around them. So you just gradually grow apart. But now everyone's kind of come back to me, really. And for me, I can only be the testimony, and that's what I am. So, I'm very blessed.
Cool. You're the maverick in your group then, that's good.
That's right.
It always, and you'll usually find anyway that, that there is a moment where the growth spurts might happen at a different rate, but eventually I think we'll all get there.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you need someone within your circle just to be a few steps ahead. It's just harder when you're that person because, like you say, there's a period of questioning and isolation, and you want to have a deep conversation, and everyone's just talking about different things, but it comes round, and that's how leaders are born. You've always got to step out first. So that's why. You did it. So let me ask you some of the other Her Conversations questions as well. Mm-hmm. So the first one is, what is the best piece of advice a woman has ever given to you?
You know what? My mum. It's going to sound really cliche, but you know what you talked about earlier about she would say the time is now. We're in such an amazing time. So when I would think about or talk to her about doing various different things, she'd be like, go for it. The time is now. You've got the support of everyone. Do you know what I mean? If I want to do anything, I can research on the internet, or if I just want to do anything, the time is now. We've got a free voice. We can just say what we want, do what we want. And we're just so blessed to live in this day and age, really. So, yes, my mother. And also, there's something that's come up a couple of times, actually, this year. It was a quote by a lady called Madeleine Albright. I don't know if you've heard this. There's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women, which I absolutely love, because I just want to help as many people as possible. And through my career, it has, sad to say, it has been women who have been the people that kind of hold you down, which is really, really sad. And I've spoken to a lot of people, and they've had the same kind of experience. That as women, I don't want to stereotype. It's terrible to stereotype, but we don't support each other as women, and I really want to encourage that. There's enough for everyone. Let's build each other up. So again, this is why I'm talking about leadership in the upcoming event. Just some people that aren't born leaders as well. They don't know what to do or how to help people. So I really love that quote.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And it is. I think it's unusual. I think it's not unusual. For me, it always strikes me as unusual when I encounter women who are still on the old tip, when they still want to be tearing down and bitchy and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
It feels like something that I left behind such a while ago, and with doing the podcast and speaking to so many women that are all about, like you're talking about, raising each other up. And then every now and again I encounter some who it's not even on their radar to do so, because the programming has been so deep that it's like, if I get it, then if you get it, there's not going to be enough for me, and you're after what I've got, and all this kind of thing, and it creates that kind of bitchy, petty, unfortunate environment that really
just doesn't work. Again, it's been in the in that corporate environment, and that's in my 20 years of graphic design or marketing. I always encounter those women, which has just been so difficult. So being away from it, this is allow me to thrive, and I just want to go out there and create, really, without someone pushing me down. So I absolutely love that quote. And I just want to encourage other women to do the same. But a lot of women are, but outside of the corporate environment. But I think it's a way of survival mode, isn't it? Women tearing down women because, as you said, they're scared that there's not enough for everyone. But with the being in the self-development world, there's more than enough. The universe will provide. So so that's my quote.
And also it's a vicious, and it's a way of control, because if you pit people against each other, then they're not going to turn around and face forward. And as you can see, like even with the Me Too movement, as soon as women started to speak and support each other and kind of stand together, stuff started crumbling, and it's only going to get more, and hopefully with you creating what you're creating, with me creating what I'm creating, and us being supportive, those women that are still kind of on the fence or believe that it's like this dog eat dog world, that that phrase that everyone keeps repeating. You know what it reminds me of? I don't even watch it anymore because I just find it tiring. What's The Apprentice?
Oh yeah,
so it's like so old school, so corporate, and they always have these kind of like angry looking young people, good looking people, but just angry and dog eat dog. I'm just like, where are you going? It's like this world doesn't exist. But then you have the old school guard on the way that business should be done and what success means, and like knocking each other down and firing them and humiliating them. It can't be that
crazy. It can't be like that. But again, on those programs, you have the group of men and you have the group of women, and they always show the women fighting against each other in just horrible ways. So it's just, it's not nice to watch, but it does happen. It still happens. And we need to move away from that. We need to support each other because, like the younger generation, they are our leaders. We need to support them and, build them up, not shut them down and, stop them from growing.
So what woman represents higher energetic resonance to you?
So there's a couple of ladies. I don't really look at the public kind of, like celebrities and things like that. I thought I'd look closer to home. So there's a lady, one of my really friends called Lois, actually. So she's an amazing...
Lois, it's all right. You moved and then
sorry.
For a second, that's all right.
Okay, so it's Lois Jacob. So she's an absolutely amazing woman, and we've been friends for a couple of years now. And she was just going through a journey of not knowing what she wanted to do, and I was helping her to realise what she wanted to do. And then she discovered that it was dance. It was dance what she'd been missing. She kind of she was doing it as a child, as a young teenager, and then just stopped it for 20 years. And then she found out what she liked last year, and she has just been growing. She's been going to classes and just growing spiritually, just everything. It's just been amazing to see, to the point that she's now set up businesses, like teaching other people. And she's just, it's just beautiful to see. So she represents her. And also a lovely, again, another beautiful lady called Lynn Avis. She is a teacher. She deals with angelics. So I did a class with her this year, connected to angels in the universe, and it was just absolutely amazing. Again, she's gone for the same journey of understanding her power, and she's done classes this year, which she's been wanting to do for 20 years, and she's recently done a retreat, which was, again, amazing. And I just love seeing people come into their power.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. As I said, she did a angel card reading class, online class. When was it? Back in April. So I was umming and ahhing about doing it, and I did it, and it was one of the best things I've ever done, actually, especially going through a time of transition. Knowing that you've got the support from the angels was just incredible. So we did a practice read on each other, and she said, I've got the gift of intuition reading. So that was beautiful, and I gave her a lovely card reading, and just knowing that, she's just grown so much. It's just incredible. So I'd like to, those two are just absolutely amazing. And there's loads of other women that I speak to which embodies her as well. I could be here all day.
It's great that we know so many. But you I think I spoke to you last week. You were going to go away you were going away to scope out somewhere for a retreat.
Yes, that's right. Yes, so it was amazing. I went to Macedonia.
Right.
So it was just absolutely beautiful. I don't know if anyone's been there, but it's kind of what's the word? No one really knows about it yet. So I thought, let me just go there. And do you know what? It has over 360 churches. I think over more actually. Apparently one for every day of the year. In what kind of space, and kind of what kind of distance? I don't know actually, because we visited quite a few. I must in a day you could probably, like, on foot, I think we did about 10 different churches, but that was only in Macedonia near Lake Ohrid. So it's just absolutely amazing. So I want to go there because of course it's very spiritual, and I want to create a lovely space that we can connect and really heal ourselves, really. So I went to scope that place out, and I'm going to be doing a couple of retreats next year. Got a beautiful villa there, and it's just so beautiful, and it's 260 days of sun a year. Wow. So it's just absolutely incredible. So I'd recommend anyone going there. It's just incredible. So I feel so blessed that I can go and do that. So I'm so happy.
Exciting. So aside from the retreats, what else is coming up for you?
So, yes, as I said, we've got We Created Our Life Festival happening on the 3rd of November. So that's at Rich Mix in Shoreditch. So I'm super excited about that. So we've got a panel discussion, some workshops happening, performances as well. So you can get more information on the website, which I'll give at the end. Also booked 3 more events next year as well at the same venue. They're super, super supportive. I absolutely love working with them. And so, as I said, we've got 3 more. And, more workshops. I do workshops on intuition. So I did one couple of months ago now. And I did another one on limiting beliefs at WeWork a couple of weeks ago as well. So I want to do more of that. I'd love to... just meet other people. I also do graphic design, so I'm still doing that. My business is focused really on new startups. So that's my target market is for people who are starting their own business. I want to help people to monetize their passion. That's what I'd love to do. Again, under that same brand, creating a life that you love. Why work for someone else when you can work for yourself and do something that you absolutely love? So still doing the graphic design. I'm doing some talks about that as well, about branding at networking events. So lots of things are happening, as I mentioned before, like, you're such an inspiration. Like, I'd love to do like podcasts as well, because there's so many people I do meet, and I just want to get them out there, really, because I want to help people. So let's do it.
And what's your favourite self-care ritual and practice? Because there's got to be some downtime for you, right?
Oh, that is so important to me. Again, having a reading from Lynn, my downtime is as important as meditation. So for me, I love just chilling out. I do love to watch a bit of TV, or just listen to like my audio books and things like that, and just literally just chilling out, because I'm always on the go. I'm always thinking of different things. But with the downtime, I've learned that's when I actually get my downloads. So that's when I get my creative ideas.
Sure.
So I do need to rest and just chill out, and just watch a bit of TV. It's okay.
So, and guilty pleasure?
Yes, definitely my guilty pleasure, with a bit of chocolate. And also, I love netball. I'm a massive netball fan.
What position?
Goal attack.
You and me both.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. So I could play netball up to like 5 times a week. So I play with various different teams. I captain one team, and I love that. I absolutely love it. And even I can use my self-development like in that, like the shooting. Like sometimes, because it's all about being in your head, there's a lot of pressure. Yeah. So I would use that to say, like, I can do it. Just focus on what you want. Focus on the end result. And like when I'm going into my little, like, oh no, it's not going to go in, or like, Tichea, come down. Just put it in there. Yeah. So I love netball. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I haven't played for a long time, but
you should do it.
Goal attack was like the position for me. I like, because I like shooting, but I like running around.
Yeah.
Goal shooter, all you can do is shoot. You can't really go anywhere.
Well, you can run out and. You can run out, and it's not as fun as goal attack.
Like, goal attack was like the position.
Yeah. I would recommend you going back into it. I just love it, and I can see myself doing it until I'm like 60, 70. You see some of the best players who are in their 60s. They know the game so much. It's almost like chess. You know what move to make. You don't need to run around. Just take your time. And just move when you have to. So I can see myself being a 70-year-old netball player. Don't know about goal attack. I might have to take it. Yeah, I might have to go to goal shooter, but I'll still be there.
Oh, but I've missed goal attack. It was like, because you had at least you could run 2/3 of the court.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, because you had like wing attack could run, but you couldn't shoot. So like, goal attack was
it's the ultimate one, isn't it? Yeah,
the best.
You should do it. You need to get back into it.
All of those things I used to do that were fun for me, like running as well. Sprinting was like a joy for me. I missed that. I used to be a sprinter, so
you say you used to. You still are.
I just haven't sprinted for a long time. So, and the thing is, when I see people running down the road, I'm there with them. I'm like, I know how that feels. Yeah. I can see them. I'm like, I know exactly how every sinew of your body is pumping right now. I know exactly how you feel.
Do it.
It has to, because I tried the gym for a bit, and those days are done now. So.
Do you know what? The gym, again, that is one of my other things that I used to love to do. I haven't done it for a while, but weight training, that is the most empowering thing ever. It's absolutely beautiful. I would recommend that as well. I used to go in the morning.
I did. I went back into it earlier this year, and then I spent most of July trying to work out this trapped nerve that I had. So it's put the fear of me a little bit. So I need to find something else that's going to be running and kind of that kind of thing. Weight bearing stuff, but weightlifting. No, I don't know. Because I used to be like is it Body Attack? Yeah, I was there at the front with all the body attack classes. Yeah, but it was Body Attack that like shifted my back this year. So I spent a month in agony. So I'm just
bless you. Yeah, take it easy.
I've got some fear around it just at the moment, because it's not so long ago, like 2 months ago, that I started to be able to feel back in it again. So just a bit cautious.
Yeah, of course.
So where can we find you online? How can everyone get in contact with you?
So, yes, I have my website. So that's She Created Her Life. I also have Facebook, again, under the same name, and Instagram as well. So, yeah, you can find me on there. So, yeah, send me a little message. Yeah, get in contact. If you want to present at the next workshop or the next show, let me know, because I'm about just, pushing people up, empowering them and just getting them out there and just, so if you want to get involved, let me know. I love co-creating, so.
Perfect. It is the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Time out. It's been super fun, and wishing you the best for the next event as well. Like I said, I'm going to be in town, but it's probably going to be the back end of the evening by the time I get over there.
Right. Okay.
But I do want to come and support, because it's we met on some random networking things.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. But again, when I saw you, we started speaking, and when you're talking about your passion and what you do, it was just, amazing. We swapped details straight away, and it's just been lovely to see you grow, and I just can't wait for the future. I can see what you're doing. It's just, incredible, just uniting people. And, I've listened to a lot of the podcasts, and the women are incredible, absolutely incredible. And it's nice to have a space that you can talk about the universe or the 3D realm and not feel like judged. We're awake, and it's just lovely. I'm so happy that you've created this platform for people. So, and I'm blessed that you invited me on. So thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks to Tichea for joining me on this episode of Her Conversations, and thank you for listening. You can discover more about me and the Her Project by visiting my website, carolmaywhittick.com. And if you sign up for my weekly newsletter, you'll also receive information about any offerings from previous guests and also specially curated content from me. On social media, you can find me on Facebook under Carol May Whittick, and my Instagram and Twitter handle is Kazmic. That's Cazmick. I would also appreciate you leaving a comment, liking and sharing any episodes. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified as soon as a new episode is published. So thank you once again, and until the next episode, bye.